Hi, I'm Dr. Mamta Bandar, Professor of Information Systems and Knowledge Management at the Globalnxt University. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about the learning experience at GNU. For those of you who are new to online learning, you must be wondering how online learning works. What does a classroom look like? Well, you could look at online learning as a form of distance learning. Okay, except that the medium of delivery has changed. Today, it is delivered over the internet, and because of that, you have built-in interaction and team collaboration as well. So unlike in a distance learning where the material is posted to you, you access the material 24/7 through the internet, through a regular normal browser, and you have access to your classroom, your classmates, and the faculty 24/7. Okay, so over the next few slides, I'll show you what exactly the learning experience at GNU is. Some of the critical elements are the global faculty, the student mix, the learning platform itself, which gives you that 24/7 classroom experience, the assessments, and also the experience of working in virtual teams, which I think is really valuable in today's work environment. Now, a faculty, basically, when I say global faculty, that's because they are based and they come from different parts of the world. We have faculty in India, Singapore, Canada, Alaska, Germany, USA, and a lot of other places. We have a full-time faculty. These are our full-time faculty here. We also have a huge pool of adjunct professors who come in to teach modules now and then. Just to point out, all our faculty are at least a PhD. Now, how does it help the global faculty actually influence the course content? Because when they come from different parts of the world, obviously the content that they bring in, the assignments and the discussions that they bring in come from a global perspective, and that adds a lot of value to the course content. Now, to complement the global faculty, we also have a global student mix. As the slide shows here, we have students from all over the world and also coming from different backgrounds, different management levels. So some coming from technology industries, manufacturing, medical industries, just about any field. How it helps again is you get multiple perspectives into the discussions. You get perspectives from a top management level, you get perspectives from a user level, or from the mid management level. Coming to the learning platform, now this of course is enabled by technology. Here we'll show you what a typical classroom looks like, so you get a feel for what you'll be working with for your online courses. So this slide here shows you how your classroom would look like. The slide here shows you the class for enterprise knowledge management. So when you log in and you're enrolled for this class, this is the view you get. And this screen actually provides you entry or access to every resource that you would need for this particular classroom. All information about the section, the segments here are basically the content that you will be reading, the reading material, and access to the library, basically all the articles that are referenced, the readings that you're required to do. You have access to the e-library of the university, which has a lot of databases and provides articles from various journals. This is a screen you'd also use to sign up for your teams, to complete your peer assessment. Basically, after every team assignment submission, you're required to complete a peer assessment. So basically, this is a snapshot, and you access any resource that you need from this screen. Some of the things about the classroom, well, typically a class size would be around 15 to 40 students. A typical course would last for 12 weeks if it's a regular class, and it varies if it's a corporate program. what you are required to do as a student, well, you're given something called a study schedule, using which you can plan your study for the 12 weeks. You can also decide how much time to spend on each deliverable and when the deliverables are due. You will then review your online course material like I showed through the segments, do the reading, and as and when you proceed with the reading, you will complete your discussions. Now, we kind of have one discussion per week roughly, giving you enough time to research on the topic, explore the topic, conduct an analysis if it's a case study, and then post your views. It also requires you to read others' posts, your classmates' posts, and respond to them as well. You will also be watching the videos that are put up in the classroom, access the e-library for all the different readings. You will also sign up for your teams and work on 2 team assignments. We've designed the courses to have 2 team assignments. So overall, you can see there's plenty of interaction on a daily basis between the students and the faculty. This is how the e-library would look like, access to all the top databases. So pretty much all the content and the readings that are recommended in the content are all taken from the e-library. Now, this is just to give you a feel of how the course notes would look like. It is not predominantly text-based. We've built in a lot of animation here, some quizzes now and then to test if you have understood the concepts. We will also have built-in videos in this content. Well, considering we are an online university, we do incorporate all the latest tools and technologies. We've now linked the sections to blogs. We try to have team assignments over the wiki. We started off having podcasts and now have graduated to having videos in our course content, and also use videos for communicating with the classes during different parts of the course. This typically shows you how a discussion board looks like, and most of your interaction with the students or with the faculty would happen through your discussion board. Other than, of course, you can use email for communication, but this is where most of your learning is going to happen. Like I said, we'll have different DB blocks, and roughly you'll be discussing on one topic every week, topics that have been shortlisted by your faculty prior to the class. Topics would include case studies, would include some topical issues, some exploratory studies, depending on the course that you're doing and the faculty. What a discussion board requires is participation, a very effective participation, frequency of logging in, how you're reading the others' posts, how you're building the discussions, and how you're contributing to the overall discussion in the class. Now, like I said, one advantage here of this environment is the ability to work in virtual teams, and you'll all agree with me that this experience is really valuable. Step out in an organization today, and more or less every organization has some form of virtual team. So this is a wonderful experience. Now you sign up for your teams and you complete 2 team assignments over the 12 weeks with working as a virtual team. You use what I call the team discussion boards, basically similar to the discussion board, except this is a private space for your team to discuss and work on your team assignment. We do understand it's not easy to work in a team, especially if it's a virtual team. So we also have the peer assessment, where at the end of the team assignment, you go in and you rate your contributions as well as your peer contributions. Now, depending on the ratings and of course how your project has been graded, your team assignment has been graded, the system calculates a mark, and that mark is moderated by the professor. So some kind of objective way to assess how much each member has contributed to the team project. Finally, the assessment and examinations. We try to adopt an authentic assessment approach, which means most of the assignments are designed in such a way that you apply what you have learned to real life situations or real life problems. Now, 75% of your marks come from continuous assessment that include discussions, the DB, the team assignments. Okay, how well you're participating in the discussions and your work on the team assignments. Now, the rest of the 25% come from examination, and it is a must for you to clear the examination. Now, the examination is of the open book and open web format. Obviously, you're taking the examination over the internet, hence the way the question or the way the exam is designed allows you to use your notes, also allows you to explore and research over the web before you submit your response. So here it's more like a mini case study or a real life problem situation that the students are given, and they are asked to respond to that problem situation. Typically, they are asked to assume roles such as a CEO, a manager, or a consultant to solve a real life problem. Well, that's about it. If you have any more inquiries or any more questions, please feel free to reach me at the email provided below. Best wishes and hoping to see you at the university.